Welcome back, everyone, to UKSG Red 2024. This event, we are raising money for Crisis. You can donate with the links below the stream. We'd also like to shout out ESA and BSG for their continued support. But now, it is time for Sonic Riders Zero Gravity with GoogleCheese. Take it away.
Oh, thank you, everybody. So, my name is GoogleCheese. Today I've got beside me the wonderful Argic, and what I'm going to be running is Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, no ultra skips. And I've made a couple of little changes to the game. You could notice one at the top at the moment, the back button. The icon for that is changed, so we're going to go into this one. So,
It says baby part. Oh,
yes. So we're going to be potentially running Baby Park mode instead. So...
What was that other one? Was that maybe next time?
Yeah, potentially. If they'll have me back after doing things like this, I may come back. They may have me back. If not, maybe not. So, ready for starting if everyone else is?
Big button, you press the button when you're ready. Button.
So, for this run though, time starts on selection of story and time finishes on the final hit of the final
You do both.
boss. Fair enough. Right, so we're gonna. Can anyone else count for me?
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, work this time.
I did.
So there is a story to this. I have no idea what it is because I've never watched the cutscenes because it's a game, not a story. So on this, I want to start everything as soon as the... That was too late. So to get the maximum gravity gauge, as soon as the timer has the ping for 2, I want to get the maximum gravity gauge to be able to do skips like this. You may see an Eggman in the corner. We've got... This path here is the power character path, where you get to break through blocks and... No, too early. And that gives you basically more gravity gauge.
I'm seeing your
Noticing the
icons.
icon.
I'm noticing the icons.
Just a little bit of subtle advertising.
Little GoogleCheese icons. A bit of Nico Heart going on in there.
So
More skip there. Very nice.
So these are the
Oh my
paths. I know. So the paths that I'm taking are... I'm doing the gravity dive to go to the faster path, which opens up for players which are slower. So they allow second, third, etc. to catch up with you later on by opening up the path.
Yeah.
So by doing this gravity dive, I get to skip over an invisible wall and take the shortcut myself without having to be in a lower position.
Yeah. And then because you are a speed character and you have the grind unlocked, you're able to take the grind rails, which give you some of your gravity power back, or your air back for the air gear here, or the zero gear at this point. I can't remember if they updated them to zero gears. No, extreme gears. That's the name of them. They called them extreme gears.
Yeah.
I played this game once, twice. But yeah, no, basically each character we have here, they all come under one of 3 different archetypes. You have speed, power, and flight. If it sounds familiar, it's because what we did with Sonic Heroes. So we're playing as Jet right now. Jet is the speed character for the Babylon Rogues. Babylon Rogues are all out for treasure, which bunk into the door there to open up the power/shortcut area. Want full gravity on this, not quite getting it. Because you want to be able to like ride on some of those as well. You can gain some air back, gain some nice big speed too. So your gravity management is kind of important in this one, especially trying to do these shortcuts.
So ideally on that, you want to jump, as soon as you come off the grind rail, you hold right and immediately launch into your gravity dive, and that should you should just bounce off of every single one of the statues, and for every statue you bounce off of, you get more gravity back. So by doing that, it allows you to gravity dive from the start of that straight all the way through to the first shortcut, essentially. And what you'll notice is at the top of the screen, it keeps saying to hold right and press the little cat, which is the B button. And by doing that, that is called the gravity control.
He's finally realised. It only took him 3 laps, but he's realised.
Oh. So instead of doing the gravity control, there we go. So there we go. That's how we want to take that. And it allows us to continue. And normally on a previous lap, you just fly all the way through and take it to the shortcut.
But
So-
well done.
About 4 seconds of a difference doing it to not doing it.
You still finished under the time. We get to go at the next level. Mashing hard to get through there as quickly as you can.
Yeah. And skipping cutscenes because cutscenes are slow and nobody knows the story of this game.
All you need to know is we got given funky bracelets that allow us to control gravity. Combine that with the extreme gears we've got and you get a high-speed racing. I've just realised what else is happening in there. I don't like that.
No? There's nobody else like that one.
I mean, it's the amount of HUD's heads coming at you at high speed.
So this is one of the only gravity corners that will do.
Oh, fuck. I just saw my face. It's fine. The other thing that's not really spoken about much in this game is just anytime you use the gravity dives, the music goes hard on it.
Yes.
But yeah, so
So-
gravity diving around here. We're playing as Storm this time. Storm is the power character in the Babylon Rogues here. So if GoogleCheese decides to go and bonk off any items or any objects that are in the way, you'll actually gain gravity back on this one.
Yes. So when using the air types, just shine. There we go.
There you go.
Can I just say it's very disturbing seeing my faces hunt you down on the minimap.
No matter how fast I go, they will always be there. Slowly walking towards us.
Oh, there's a wee Tiny Tim logo and then a GoogleCheese logo.
Yes.
You've got a lot in here. This is great.
Yeah, I did. There was a couple of them that I wanted to get that I couldn't quite get into the right places. Yeah. So on these long straights, like the statues in the previous one, we bounce off the train because whatever. It gives us the extra boost to go down the straight. And unlike other stages, this is just one of the intended routes. There
Yeah.
is nothing special about this stage. It's just take the best lines, cut corners as tight as you can, don't bounce into corners, and hopefully get everything right. Too
there's
low
your
on a
trick. Yeah.
So,
So again, tricks are really important for gravity management as well. If you do the jump at the correct time, the higher the rank, the more gravity you get back, the better trick that you can do. As you see, if you punch the cars, you gain some gravity meter back. Again, very good for power characters here to take these alternative routes, especially when you're trying to go through and take all these extra dives.
yes. And if I run out of gauge before taking this jump, it doesn't actually allow you because you've got the gravity gauge is what pushes you forward at the end of the gravity control. And if you don't have any, you can't take the shortcut. So you got to make sure that you don't run out before you hit the trick ramp. Even if you've got just a little bit, it will still then push you forward. It's a double A. And that is stage number 2.
Nicely done.
Victory is mine indeed.
Fastest lap there was lap 2. At a nice 53.
See that one?
See your face on that. That's funny.
Yes.
So skipping some more cutscenes here, not having to worry about it. We now need to reach the destination before Sonic and his friends, which has reached the goal within 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Why that number? Who knows?
Answer to life.
That is true.
This
So this is
a
the
little bit early.
Yeah, final character of the Babylon Rogues. Yeah, I love that with UKSG Red popping up. That's cool.
Yeah.
Final character here is Wave. She is the flight character of the Babylon Rogues, and you're going to see GoogleCheese already managed to get one of his upgrades that he was looking for there. Rings in this game are specifically for upgrades. That is not how you're meant to do that, by the way, but that is pretty damn sweet. But yeah, you grab the rings here. The rings you can see just below the ring gauge, you have 3 different power-ups represented by the different icons right now. The middle one there is changing the vehicle that Wave uses. Right now she's just face palming the ground because that's what the game allows you to do.
Yes. So performing that shortcut, it allows us to skip the gravity control, and at any point in time, or almost any point in time, performing the gravity dive is faster than any other mode of transport.
Yeah.
But I say almost because this loop that we're doing actually goes faster around the loop than when you do the gravity dive. There's certain instances like that.
Yep. So let's see if we can get this again. So again, you're supposed to go up the ramp there and use the gravity turn to flip your gravity and drive along that normally. But by using the gravity dive to face palm it, you literally just grind along on your face and still have the speed.
Yes.
So you can see now having enough ring.
wrong angle.
Ooh, yep, wrong angle. But can still recover by going back into the track.
Too late. Right, I'm gonna have to do this the normal route.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But good recovery, getting back on the track there. Waiting deliberately to get the third power up there by grabbing, I believe, is it 60 rings for the third one?
No, so the first one is 20, the second one for wave is 40, and then the third one for all characters is 70.
It's the 70 on this one. But once you've used it, you then have that for the rest of this particular race.
Yes, for the
So you want to wait.
And the thing about Wave's character is the max speed of the character is reduced when you take the second upgrade for Wave. The speed character, there's a downgrade for taking each upgrade, but I've no idea what the one for speed characters is, and the one for power characters I think is you use a little bit more gravity gauge in gravity controls.
But for wave, it is definitely just your maximum top speed is reduced. And we don't want that in the speed run. We want to go fast. Nice gravity dive there, straight up and round.
But there's a couple of kill planes in that little bit. It's technically out of bounds, but
Yeah.
but it's just skipping one little corner, so.
Yeah. So there, the GP gauge will go up. You can see it switches to air ride if you were to do it. Don't want to do it on this one because while the GP gauge and that may go up, we just lose our max speed. It will let you do the flight stuff, but you've seen.
There we go. And there's a difference of doing the routing up.
Yeah.
From 55 to 109 from missing that one little trick.
Very, very nice.
If you have anything to say at any point, Huds?
Yeah, we got a couple of donations that have come in. Protomia donates $30, says, best of luck to all the runners, donating towards Ill Bleed good ending so we can see as much Ill Bleed as possible. And then we had another $10 from Polister, says, sorry Huds, maybe next time, XD. That one also went to the Ill Bleed upgrade, which means that incentive is now met. Ill Bleed is going to be doing good ending. So we've opened a brand new incentive for you for Sonic 1 Forever tomorrow to bring Tails along on the run. Upgrade the run to Knuckles and Tails. $500 needed for that one.
Nice. So you see there, GoogleCheese could have went and got max speed up, which you would think, oh, max speed, this will be great. But we're playing as Amy. Amy is classified as a speed character, and to be able to take any of the speed routes, which are the grind rails, you need to have the middle ability. So we have that unlocked. Now we can go through. The next 20 rings that we get will go towards the max speed. But first, more gravity diving. Yeah, there you go, that's the max speed. Falling round, see what item we get. We get the gravity back, get some air.
Those items on there are always, they're fully determined. So the two outer ones are speed boost, and the middle one is always the max GP up.
Nice.
So one of the things to mention is if I don't get a perfect trick, which ideally I get a perfect trick, you get to choose the direction of the trick, and you get a different trick per direction you choose. So forward gives you one, left gives you one, right gives you one, and down gives you another. So, get one there. Oh, perfect trick. That's the one example. The two exemptions of it are perfect tricks and fails.
But the perfect gives you your rank little icon.
Yes, so for perfect trick we get UKSG. For the one just below perfect trick, we get UKSG but upside down. Just below perfect. Slightly too early. So on that, I'm waiting to do the gravity dive for the dash panel because you get to keep the momentum given to you by the dash panel. Whereas if you do it, if you do it at any point regularly, your character pretty much up and stops and then goes into the dive. Whereas if you hit the dash panel, you get to keep the momentum that the dash panel gives you into your gravity dive, which means you don't stop temporarily.
Anything to keep the speed while you're going fast. Bonk.
So, and doing that is a lot quicker than doing the gravity control around the corner. Lots of different little things like that that allow you to gain just a second or two here and there per lap, as opposed to having to do it the way the game intends. So did you say you had any other ones, Hug? anything else to say?
I do indeed, thank you. We have $10 from Balglor. No comment on that one, but Balglor has put it towards the UFO ending for Silent Hill, which means UFO ending is now back in the lead, $20 to 15. And we've got $5 from Calliope, who says this one is very cool, especially the upgrade to the graphics. Good luck and have fun.
I mean, I'm saying they're upgrades. I think they're pretty good.
If anyone says otherwise, you can talk to me in the back room.
Oh.
No comment.
Do you not like the faces that are chasing me around the stage?
It feels like more like a horror game at that
No,
point.
that's later on tonight. That's what Silent Hill's for.
I mean, there's lots of them.
Oh my god.
So I think we've got 3 stages left now.
Yeah, relatively short categories with Riders and Riders Zero Gravity. Really good fun games to sit and play. Obviously, it's a Sonic game. Banger soundtrack, of course. Except from this stage. This stage sucks. I don't like this stage.
This stage is not the worst one in the world. Casually playing through this, I numerous times timed out on this.
Yeah, I've definitely timed it. That is a nice shortcut there.
Oh, I made it. I thought that was slightly too early.
So yeah, you're supposed to go all the way around that big outside there, but going from the gravity dive immediately into a gravity turn just allows you to skip over that. That's very, very nice. Oh, that was an upside down. What's up, Nico? I could have shown Nico out this run there. You'll love it. There's Tiny Tim again.
Slightly too early. See, the boost gauge ran out there, but I still got this slight push forward from it.
Yeah. Again, something that's different compared to some of the other games. Some of these automatic sections, you were able to kind of toggle the analog stick to gain air back. Can't really do that here, unfortunately. Ooh, nice.
There's no way to get air back in the automatic sections. The only real way to do it is via trick jumps and your character's unique upgrade.
So big gravity dive round on the upwards ramp there, turns the corner, needs to be careful not to hit the wall there.
Perfect. That one was perfect. So if you go too early or too far to the left, you'll hit the building and you'll bounce back to the left. If you go too far right, you won't get enough distance. And you basically fall in that gap in the middle of the corner.
So needs to be a bit more careful there, releases just in time, but again, the gauge
that
just
was
out. That's a bad trick.
That is not ideal at all.
Because that means no gauge back on this, and with having no gauge right now, it's like no gravity dive. However, we should be able to get a little bit here, and then just refill back up to get out. One dash maybe? Nah, just missed it.
Dance on it and short for that as well. That's unfortunate. So, best thing about this is these wee lips on here can get potentially up to 50 back per jump. Probably going to get 40s, yeah. That's put me just about back up to full. Can I get this 3 for 3? I think that's too late. No?
No.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, we take those. It's still quicker than going around it normally, because
Yes.
Storm does not turn well, at least not without the gravity.
Very true. And on the raging water, these hovering vehicles control differently depending on what ground they're above, because that makes sense in a logical fashion. Hovering vehicles control differently based on the ground. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, I am not an expert engineer on that. It sounds logical, but I don't know. I've watched enough Mythbusters to know it's probably true.
So, on that, as soon as I come out of the tunnel, I want to mash the button to activate the gravity dive, as it gives you a little bit of a jump, which allows you to hit the 3 different pillars per lap. That's not bad for consistency there.
And even losing the gravity there on the second lap, you only lost about a second, so it's not massive too. Like, it's not the end of the world if, unfortunately, oh, the gravity ran out in that last corner there. The Crimson Tower. See, I love how it gives you the objective of like, you've got to defeat Sonic and the Crimson Tower. It's like just in brackets, get first.
Yeah. Everything that's always... So as a speedrunner, we get it within a certain time.
Just win the race.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just win the race.
Just win.
Win the
Just
race.
win for him.
Two of us understand the reference. One of us doesn't. Which one is it? So yeah, we got two giant fans there. Didn't
Not
have...
quite early enough. So
Yeah.
ideally, I want to grab that. I skip the speed up shortcut, speed up power up, to get the rings to get the grind rail for just there. It's very tight on rings, but doesn't overly impact. I think I lose about a second on that
Yeah.
lap doing it that way around.
There we go.
And if I mistime this, for some reason it shoots you backwards. It can. Hey, no, that was the right way.
No, you got it.
I thought
that's
that that was the. It usually covers the screen because you bounce off the. You bounce off those propellers and it covers your screen. You bounce off it backwards. Whereas, for some reason I got the same. It would cover in the screen, but it didn't bounce me backwards, which is grand.
Yeah.
But at that point, I'd already expected that's what it was going to do, so I didn't get to continue using the extra boost that it would have given me. Unfortunately.
Well, 2 more laps to try and do it. As we are climbing up the Crimson Tower, racing through the race. Meteor Tech, the ones who are using the gravity bangles here. Again, just gravity diving straight through one of the little shortcuts. Trying to get up to the 70 rings. There you go. Just adds 25 extra gravity points to the gauge. Let's hope we don't get the thing.
Oh, missed it. That's unfortunate. So, I go for the on the side. Unfortunately, unless this gives me a third now. So, there's a certain amount of different items, and your position does. Good enough. The position does determine which items you get. And ideally, I'll be looking to get sometimes the. Or once I've got all my upgrades, ideally I just want to get the plus extra gravity gauge. It allows me to worry less a little bit about the keeping track of the gravity gauge, as everything I get from that is bonus, which allows me to use the gravity dives just that little bit longer. So after this, if there's anything else?
Yeah, I'd just like to quickly talk about a couple of the prizes that we have available. Ooh. Thank you, Panto Crane. For a $10 donation, you could be in to win an Technic PC Maintenance Toolkit contributed by Howling Mad Mike. It comes with everything you need to both build and maintain your PCs and so much more. Or for $25 minimum, you could win yourself a huge perler. 80 by 60 centimeter of the Sonic Pocket Adventure logo.
I kind of want it.
It looks
Oh,
good.
Hold it by the frame.
You gonna
Hold it
bring
by
it?
the frame. Yeah, bring it on, bring it on.
Oh, look, they've got it.
Here it is.
Oh, yeah,
it is
we'll link it.
enormous.
Look at it. This is gorgeous.
This one's been contributed by TB Sliver. It is absolutely gorgeous.
I want that. Right.
Well,
That's cool.
you just need to
It is cool.
donate
I was gonna
a
say-
total of $25, Argic.
UKSG.
Yeah. Am I eligible? I'm staff.
You are eligible if you donate.
I will donate. All right, we got the boss fight. We got the UKSG hype for UKSG Red.
So this is the last stage of the run, and ideally I want to get the 50 rings. Perfect. 50 rings before the grind rail. Right. This gives me 20. No. So on this, there's one little bit of tech, because this forces you into the gravity dive, but if you jump at the right time, it skips the animation of you having to start the gravity dive, and you just get the speed boost, and you don't get the slowdown at the start of the gravity dive.
Excuse me, your Sonic, this was Babylon story?
It's a Sonic game. You can't not have Sonic as the last character.
Very true.
I mean, did you expect it to be anyone else?
No. Just kind of hoping it would have Hud's face on him.
I tried to get the texture of the ball.
I
I tried to change the texture on the ball.
To what? Just a giant head.
Yes. That is exactly what I tried to change it to. I tried to change the texture of that ball.
Modding is fun.
Yes. Modding is very fun.
All right, final grind rail here, going back into it. Controlled the gravity, rammed into it one more time.
So on the first lap, he doesn't attack you at all. On the second lap, he shoots these lasers or balls of energy. On the third lap, he grabs meteors from somewhere and slams them onto the ground. They are purely random as to where they bounce, and if it hits you, it is completely potluck.
Oh yeah, we're in space, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Like, this happens, but we're in space.
Yeah, there is a story, as I said, but story is slow. And here are the meteors. The explosion's always in the center, but the 4 or 5 that are around the edge, they just bounce randomly. And I have had it same place, no issue, and same place, it's him. We've got 2 more hits on this guy, and then that'll be us.
I love the elephant trumpet every time he does the gravity.
I'd never thought of it that way. I'm never going to be able to not think of it that way.
No worries. It's just a giant elephant trumpet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you'll hit him earlier before we get to hear it one more time.
No, we get to hear it one last time.
Oh, do it? Yeah. One more elephant trumpet. Just imagine Dumbo coming with us. There it is.
No. Oh, why? What did I do? So that is time. Sweet. There we go.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that went fairly well. Thank you very much. So you could find, as I said, I'm GoogleCheese. This is Argent Westminster.
Hello.
You can find me on twitch.tv/GoogleCheese. All you'll find me ever doing is practicing speed runs for probably the next event, if they'll have me back after doing things like this. So other than that, if there's anything else you would like to say?
We have one final donation for you, $25 from Iona Rose. It says, donating for everything that went wrong during Frontiers.
I'm clapping for that. I'm not meaning to clap for that, but thank you for the donation.
But yeah, thank you very much for that amazing run, Google. I'm going to be handing over next to Broken Hyperlink on the hosting chair. But coming up next, we're going to be seeing Viper doing Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. We will be back shortly after this break.